welcome to the Sports Social Club with Alex and Jess. I am Alex.
I'm Jess.
And happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers listening to this podcast. Also, shout out to Shauna, my mother. Happy birthday to her as well. A combo, birthday, Mother's Day. What a day. Oh. Jess, are you doing anything for Mother's Day today?
Yes, I'm taking my mom out to lunch. We're going to go to El Phoenix. And
nice.
Yeah, and then I'm going to give her all the gifts and say adios because we got a Stars game.
That's fair.
Yeah. Did you call your mother today?
I texted her and said, happy birthday and Mother's Day. What are you doing today? And she said she was going to the movies with Catherine.
Nice.
And then they were going to pick up something for dinner that was undecided at the moment.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yay.
I went to the grocery store before we did this and I texted my mom and I said, you can tell it's Mother's Day because there's so many men at the grocery store right now. It's like, so many more people here than normal.
Makes sense.
Who are all these people? What are they doing here? In my way. But yeah. Some recap of where we're at in the NHL playoffs. Stars are still playing, so that's exciting. They're not playing great, so they need to lock in. They had a good first game. They won 3-2, and then last game, not good. Lost 4-0. That was horrible. I didn't watch most of it. I think I saw the last 5 minutes of the third period, so I'm really glad I didn't have to see that.
Yeah.
Jason Robertson is back. That is exciting. I'm sure he's still trying to find his groove and all that. He didn't do anything. I don't think he scored in the first game. Obviously, nobody scored in the second game.
Yeah.
Miro Heiskanen's still out. I honestly don't even know if he's coming back because they changed him from week to week to day, but then every day they're like, no.
Yeah, it's been already 2 weeks since he went day to day.
Right.
And so they could have kept him week to week. But no, I saw that, apparently the doctors still aren't signing off. He's not going to play game 3. There's always a possibility he could play game 4. But if the doctors aren't even signing off yet, then it's what are we
doing?
Yeah. I mean, maybe if we make it to the next round.
Don't get our hopes up and then just crush them every single game when they say he's not playing.
Yes.
Stars are in Dallas today. Game in 4 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yep.
So hopefully home crowd gets them going. So they're playing. Who are they playing?
Winnipeg?
The Winnipeg Jets.
Yep.
Yes, Winnipeg Jets.
Yep.
And in their last series against the Blues, the home team won every single game. And so right now, oh my God.
Gotta love Luna.
Oh my God.
Shout out.
Sorry, she's losing her mind. I can probably tell you the exact dog that she's barking at outside. It's a pug, most likely.
Oh, God. Oh.
She really hates it. She hates 2 dogs. There's a pug she really hates and a Rottweiler. And earlier in the morning, it tends to be the pug. A little bit later, closer to lunchtime, is usually the Rottweiler. But, oh my God.
She hates them. That's fine. That's fine. We
Clearly.
all have haters.
But, the fact that the Stars have already won one on the road
helps.
Is big in case this becomes a everybody winning at home situation. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. And I mean, the goals in the first period were very lucky goals. Everyone still wasn't playing good. I know you and I were texting throughout it, but everyone was playing like shit. And but the goals were lucky. One went off a skate. The other one, there's just really nothing. I mean, it was just kind of deflection. But we're still not playing as good as we should, defense wise. I mean, they're not stepping it up. They get beat every time. Lyubushkin, I can't stand him. He's so bad. I mean, it sucks. I really wish we had Miro back. But at least our offense, I mean, this past game, they didn't do anything. They got so many shots on goal, but Hellebuck was having his Hall of Fame career game. And he does that, and then it's he turns to shit the next game. And so
fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed that he gets terrible. and
it was pulled. Mikko Rantanen was doing so well. He was setting all these records, 12 goals or being a part of 12 goals in a row. In the playoffs, he had a hat trick. He was all of the goals in game 1. he's been killing it, and so I guess last game, obviously, the streak had to end at some point, but it was kind of unfortunate that it was a 4-0 win.
Yeah, it's awful. It's miserable to watch. But yeah, today should be a lot better, hopefully, especially with the home crowd. And we're back in the US. Hallelujah. And as much as I love Canada though. but yeah, at least we'll be back here and can get a lot of rest and
Yeah.
yeah,
Other
a lot
series
better.
going on. I saw Vegas won last night, scored the game-winning goal with 0.4 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
That was insane.
And it was kind of a crazy goal because it went off a Draisaitl.
Yes, it went. Yes, it was like guys coming in, goalie comes out, skater goes around. He just throws it across. Like if it was untouched, that goal, that puck would not have gone in. It goes straight across the goal, tipped in by the defenseman or like the defense, you know.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that
So
was insane.
bad. It was so bad. Is Skinner injured?
I don't know.
Okay, because I was wondering why they had Prickard or whatever his name is playing instead, but he like came all the way for that goal. It was crazy. It was kind of his fault because he came all the way out and pulled too far out.
He came out and two of his defensemen, or at least two other players, kind of like curved in front of him. So it was like then there was nothing else he could do. So the Vegas guy was like, whoop, scoop around.
It was easy.
And it really honestly wasn't even a good goal. He just got lucky at the end that someone tipped it in. But I was like, wow, 0.4 seconds. It really doesn't get much closer than that.
For real. For real. It's sad. I want Oilers to win that, but.
And then let me do a quick recap on the other ones. I think Panthers. It's Panthers and
Maple Leafs and
yes.
Panthers. Toronto still leads 2-1.
Toronto leads 2-1.
Yeah.
And then the other series, Caps Canes, Carolina leads 2-1.
Yep.
They shut out the Capitals yesterday.
Yeah. And I will say the Panthers Maple Leafs game on what was that, Friday? The Panthers, like, they came out to play, but like in OT they won. It wasn't anything special. I mean, I really just think the Maple Leafs kind of got too, I don't know, kind of too manhandled at the end, but they could have won that game easily. They could be up 3-0 right now.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maple Leafs and Panthers play game 4 today after the Stars game. See what happens with that.
Which is also kind of weird because why didn't they get the 3:30 and we get the 6:30?
Right. They're on the East Coast. Why are they the later games?
Yeah, and it, like our one chance to get a 6:30 and instead of a 3:30, but Henry was saying he thinks because that game's a lot bigger than ours right now that it's like that's probably the more exciting. Yeah, everyone hates us. I mean, whatever. I hate us.
Nobody cares about the Dallas Stars.
No.
The NBA playoffs, what's going on over there? I saw the Thunder lost. Was it their first game against the Nuggets?
Mm-hmm. No, it was the third.
Oh, the third.
Mm-hmm. It was the third. Yeah, and it was.
I feel like they also lost their first game though.
They did.
Okay.
They did. So yeah, they're down 2-1 right now. They lost the first game. Not terribly. It was terrible at the end, where they gave up so many points in the last, and they were fouling with a minute and a half left. They were up 3 and they were fouling like they did an intentional foul and they didn't have one to give. And so everyone's like, what the fuck? And the coach later on said, he said that he wanted to get them to shoot 2 and get the ball back and try to go off of it that way. And it's like, why are we, like, we shouldn't have done that. So then the next game, the second game, we won by like 45. Yeah. Wonderful. Great game. Love it. That's normal Thunder. Then last game. It was the worst game in the world. It was bad because Stars lost and then the Thunder were playing concurrently and then they went on later and then they lost terribly in OT and they had a 10-point lead at half and then they just could not get further than that and they kept giving so many things away and then so then it gets closed down at the end, go to OT. Then OT, I mean, they could not score for like 3 out of the 5 minutes and so the Nuggets go up by like 10 and I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing here? We look terrible. So here's to hoping that today they'll win by 40 again and the world will be restored.
Are they in OKC?
No, they're the Nuggets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
What's going on? Anything significant with the other series going on?
Um,
Steph Curry's hurt, yeah?
yeah, Steph Curry's hurt, which is kind of crazy, but they still won
Hmm.
without him. Let's see, and then the Celtics, Knicks series is kind of crazy right now. The Knicks won the first two games because the Celtics were up by like 20, and then they were up by 30 the second game, and then they blew those leads,
Wow.
and so the Knicks took those, and then yesterday the Celtics just came out and like destroyed them. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on that side of thing. But yeah, so it's kind of good. Everyone's kind of at like a 2-1
Yeah, yeah.
in all the games. So
That's good. At least everybody's got at least one win in there.
exactly. Yep.
Some random things I've seen throughout the week. Gretchen Walsh, professional swimmer, she broke the world record for the 100-meter fly. She is the first woman to go under 55 seconds in the 100-meter butterfly. So that was pretty crazy. And they said there was like this big stat where basically Gretchen Walsh is on like this huge record breaking run right now. They said in the last, like, I think it was 323 days, she's broken 13 world records. Like, some of them, like, being her own, but still, like, 323 days, she has broken 13 world records. And they said to put that into comparison, it took Michael Phelps, like, 3 years
Oh
to
my
break
God.
13 world records.
Wow.
So, she's killing it right now. Really on a big run. Hopefully this continues and she's not, like, peaking right now. I mean, the Olympics are in 3 years, so
Yeah.
so that's kind of cool. Another thing, TCU beach volleyball won the women's beach volleyball national championship for the first time, and that so the I guess the tournament started in 2016, and this is the first time that not USC or UCLA won.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
so that's crazy. And then another thing I saw, Mia Scott, who I believe she's a senior on the University of Texas softball team, in one game last week, she played every single position. She's the first person to play every single
They
position.
put her everywhere?
They put her everywhere. They just have switch,
Why?
go to the. I don't know if it was
That's
just like a senior day.
crazy.
They're like, we want to see, like, she wants to do it or what, but she played
That's
every single
insane.
position in the game.
And that broke history. That's
I think so.
insane. That is
I was like,
amazing.
that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Speaking of softball, tonight is the selection show for the softball NCAA softball tournament.
Yep.
So hopefully OSU makes it.
Praying, but it's kind of there's a chance we definitely won't because we got out in the first round against Arizona in the Big 12 tournament. So
Yeah. And I think this would be the first year they don't make the tournament in a long time.
in like 10 years since
Yeah.
we were like fresh. Oh wait, yeah, so like 11 years since we were like freshmen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
So
it's bad. It's so bad.
that's not good.
And then
Um,
OU won the SEC tournament, but it was a weird thing because they were playing against A&M, and it was a huge game. And A&M they killed it this year. Like they're amazing, and their coach Trish, she's amazing. And and
Trish, you say like you know her.
I know. I was really I have to follow because of Henry, and so I loved it though. It's weird.
I was gonna say, what's happening to your screen right now?
There we go. Um, I don't know what the heck is going on.
Do you have
Okay.
ghosts?
Yeah, I think so, honestly. But yeah. Anyways, so but they only won because there was a rain out for so long, and then like by the time A&M came back out, it just OU took off and did it. But yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, but yeah, so I don't think OSU is gonna make the tournament. I'm kind of already banking on that they don't. If they do, it'll be a miracle.
And it'll be a quick in and out
Yeah,
kind of. Oh, we made
100%.
it, and then we lose.
yeah, yep. And then other
The NCAA lacrosse tournaments
Yeah.
are going on right now, men's and women's. Women's, no significant upsets have happened. It's pretty standard. Like the teams who should be winning have been winning. But in the men's side, Duke and North Carolina both lost. So
Oh my
they
God.
were some of the like higher seeded teams. There was only 18 teams that made the men's tournament. And so they seed like the first like 8, I guess. It's like, 8 seeds and then the rest are like unranked kind of thing. But the Duke and North Carolina were 7 and 8, and they both lost.
Oh
So
wow. Oh my God.
yeah, kind of crazy. They have both men and women have more games going today. I think this is first day of women's second round. It's the second day of men's first round. So should be
It's exciting.
yeah. We
Hell
can catch
yeah.
up more with that later as the teams dwindle down.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, I'm trying to think of any other significant.
Oh, Derek Carr retired.
Yes, I did see that.
That's huge. Yes, that is huge for the Saints. And shout out to my friend Russ because he was very happy to hear that. He's a huge Saints fan, and very happy to hear that Derek Carr retired. But my thing is I think they're going to try to go after Aaron Rodgers now, even though Aaron Rodgers apparently just got a country club membership in Pittsburgh.
Well, I'm
So
sure if he had to cancel that and they said it was non-refundable, he'd be like, okay,
yeah,
it's not the end of the
here
world
you
for
go.
him.
Here's my donation.
Yeah, I think he would be able to eat that without
Yeah.
too many issues. But
Yep.
I guess we'll see. I feel like I saw something else significant. Maybe it wasn't significant. Oh, did George Pickens go to the Cowboys, or is that still in the works?
No, he did.
He
He got
did.
traded to the Cowboys, which not a fan. Not a fan. My thing is, and I saw a lot on social media about this. If Mike Tomlin is trying to give you a wide receiver, if he's willing to trade a wide receiver, you don't trust it.
You're like, why do we want this?
Exactly. Because it's like I know that George Pickens, he wanted a good quarterback, which, I mean, he has Mason Rudolph now, so I don't know why, just stay, you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I don't know, for Mike Tomlin to willingly get rid of his number one it's kind of
Suspicious.
sus. Yeah.
What did the
So-
Cowboys give him?
Oh, it was like a 6th rounder.
Oh.
It was like a 6th round pick next year, in compensation money wise, it was like
It was
nothing.
basically free.
Yeah, it was insane. It's like, what the fuck? So it's too good to be true.
Yeah. Yeah, something's going on there, I'm sure.
Yes.
Maybe George Pickens just didn't want to be there for some reason.
Maybe. I mean, if I had to pick between living in Dallas or Pittsburgh, I would choose Pittsburgh. So I don't know.
You would choose Pittsburgh over Dallas?
Yeah, it's so beautiful there. It's like being on the river, and I'd much rather be there.
Okay.
And weather, come on.
I mean, it definitely doesn't get as hot, but then they get a lot of snow.
I know.
You want
don't
the snow?
Yeah, 100% in a heartbeat.
I don't know. I don't know if I could live through a ton of snow. It's
Aw.
fun, on ski trips and stuff. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's snowing, but you're like, oh, this is like
All
life.
the time.
Yeah, like when
I'd
I
be
was
okay with
in school in Omaha and we had a bunch of snow, I was like, there's just snow all the time. I'm like, what does grass look like? I forgot. Then it gets all gross and all the cars. and
Sounds
it's just a
amazing.
problem. I don't know. I feel like something else happened.
Big.
Yeah, but I don't know. I saw something random that they were saying like Claude Giroux could be coming to the Stars, and the comments are like, with what money?
Yeah.
Like what money do we have to pay this man now after we have all these people?
Yeah.
So I don't
What?
know I don't know what's up with that.
Oh.
It could just be some random rumor. I just
Yeah.
saw it on Instagram like this morning or something. So whatever. Well, Jess, what are you going to be watching this week? The Stars today, obviously.
Stars and the Thunder today.
What time did the
other
Thunder
than
play?
They play at 3, and then Stars are at 3:30.
Oh, okay, so about
So
the same
I have 2 TVs in my living room, so I get to put the Stars and the Thunder on there to watch. But yeah, no. Other than that, I watched this show called Four Seasons on
that
Netflix. It's with Tina Fey, Steve Carell, and a bunch of other, like Will Forte. And it's so good. It's so funny. It's like it's like these older people, like these parents, like they're our parents' age. They all it's all about their friendships, and like they're like a group of like 6 best friends basically, and like how they go through the different 4 seasons of the year, like the life.
okay.
And like some get divorced, and some are sick or have things going on that way, and it shows like kind of in a year span what happens
Gotcha.
in marriage and life.
Did you say this was a show or a movie?
It's a show.
Okay.
It's a show. Yeah, there's 8 episodes. I watched all of them Friday night. I stayed up until 4. So
You're psychotic.
I know, I couldn't stop. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, shout out to that show. But yeah, no, other than that, we're watching West Wing right now. We're rewatching it.
Yes, yes.
Yep. So
This week I'm watching obviously the Stars. I'll probably keep up with whatever's happening in this lacrosse tournament. With them, it's like they only play like 1 or 2 days, and like especially now in the tournament, it's kind of like on the weekends. So it's like they just have all the games on like a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that. So it's like a lot to watch at once, and not really spread out like you would get with like a March Madness or something like that. We watched the finale of The Masked Singer the other day.
Who won?
Gretchen Wilson.
What? Redneck woman?
Yeah, she won.
Oh my God.
I know. Pretty crazy. And then, we started Criminal Minds Evolution, new series.
Oh, I haven't
the
gotten
new
to watch the
season.
new episode yet. Yeah.
Yeah. We watched that last night.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. And then I might need to watch this Four Seasons show.
You need to.
Still watching Summer I Turned Pretty. Still stupid. Still watching though. Gotta keep watching. I gotta see what happens. I feel like I was gonna watch something else.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, I have everything. Basically.
Do you watch? Did you watch the new? What is it? Another Simple.
Oh no,
Favor?
Another Simple Favor. No, I don't know if I saw the first one. A Simple
Oh,
Favor.
okay. The first one's really good.
With Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. Yeah.
Yeah, this one though, I didn't know if you'd watched it because I'm trying to get input on if it's good or not before I watch it because I've heard it's weird.
Yeah. Wasn't the first one weird?
Yeah, but this one apparently and I mean I guess this is a spoiler, I don't know, but apparently, so like shout out, this is a spoiler possibly, so just apparently she like a twin
who's she?
comes out, Blake Lively.
Okay.
So it's like they kind of made it like what was that show, like Secret, you guys secret when I keep it.
Pretty Little Liars?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. it's like that. Where I just remember where they're like like that's
yeah.
the thing. So it's like they did that where like a twin comes out and of Blake Lively's, like some crazy twin, and then she starts like I guess making out with herself. I don't know. And so I'm trying to get people's input on if it's even worth turning on, because if it's some weird stuff like that, I ain't about to watch it. So
yeah, I don't know about all that. Haven't seen it.
No.
Haven't heard. Haven't seen.
So if anyone's seen it, let me know.
I don't know if our audience is watching Another Simple Favor.
Maybe not.
So, maybe not. I don't have anything else of significance that I can think of.
Nope.
So, great.
Nope.
Be sure to tune in next week as we continue to talk about the Stars and the Thunder. I'm trying to think what the schedule looks like. So today's game 4, then it'd be 5, 6. So the Stars, we should know next episode if the Stars and the Thunder are moving on, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Yes, because Game 7, if they go to Game 7, that would be on next Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Great. Well, you might not be in such good moods.
Yes.
Sunday,
so everyone say a prayer, a chant, whatever.
Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. Let's get this
these
win.
teams to win.
Let's get at least one of the teams to win,
Yeah,
please.
preferably the Stars, because I really don't care about the Thunder.
No, yeah. I would say Stars first.
I think the Stars they deserve the championship more than the Thunder.
I mean, yeah.
Think
yeah,
about
I would
Jamie
agree,
Benn.
yeah. I would
Jamie
agree,
Benn
yes.
needs the Stanley Cup.
And for how close they've gotten the past few years.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Like, just think the Thunder probably have more opportunities. Like this,
they do.
This could be
it.
This could be it. Like,
yeah,
people like Jamie Benn, Duchesne,
Yep.
like all these few, like Sagan, maybe these older guys, like they could be retiring soon.
That's true. No, that is very true. And the Thunder are still in a rebuild, so I definitely agree that
Rebuild in the playoffs, in the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, we still got 4 picks in the next draft, so
okay, yeah. So the Stars need it. So
Stars need
all
it.
the energy needs to go to the Stars. All right. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll talk about the recap of these and whatever else comes of playoffs and other exciting sports news. So until next time, this was the Sports Social Club with Alex and Jess. I'm Alex.
I'm Jess.
And see you next time.
Bye.